everyone, this is audap. Let's return to Wolfenstein Youngblood. We haven't played this since it was released. There is finally patches for RTX compatibility. So down here, you can turn on ray trace reflections. But if you don't want ray trace reflections, I don't know why you wouldn't actually. DLSS, I don't think we'll need it as far as my setup is concerned. I should be able to get the most performance out of this. Chromatic aberration and depth of field I've turned off. I've reduced sharpening and film grain to 0. So host, so we can do nobody, and we'll start the game. You know what's weird is, why can't we start from the beginning? Can we not do a new game? Exit really means exit. Okay. That's a little strange, but sure. Boy, mandatory logo viewing. You must watch these logos. We spent a lot of time on these logos. Burned through 7 sets of interns. I have a legal obligation to show logos. I must authenticate your game. Okay, so here, why don't we? Yes, great. Select a character and load out. Sure. Jess or Soph. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, boy, why they had to make this so freaking complicated? Spring 1979. Boing. Really got my goat in that one.
Pick your head up, Jess. Come on now.
What is that thing?
Bighorn. No idea what it's doing in these parts. Must have strayed from the flock.
5 more. I'm scared.
Yeah. Driven off by the storms, I reckon. I don't know about this.
Can I take the shot?
Situation like this, you need to pay attention to your surroundings. Your mind will slip into that scope. Awareness will narrow to the head of a pin. You make sure while you're stalking that bighorn, you're still watching out for what's stalking you, baby. Good. Good, all right. All right, tell me what you're sensing.
It's gonna rain soon.
Good. What else?
I don't know, there's a band of coyotes about 100 yards northeast of here.
Your foot smells like cheese.
5 more, Zofia, kick! Kick! Keep your hands up. Again.
No, no more, Mama.
This is how you die. This is the moment they get you. We die because we let them kill us. You will face a big, strong Aryan true believer who can push through pain for 1 second longer than you do. And that's all it takes.
When does it stop, Mama?
Listen, kochanie, to survive is to embrace the suffering, to stand up and carry it. Okay? Teraz jeszcze 5. 5 more.
Jebać to.
Hey, language, Zofia. Daddy.
Yep. What else?
Daddy? Are you leaving? Holy shit. Holy shit.
Situational awareness. It'll save your life. Come on now. Take your shot before the rains come.
You guys hungry? Look at you. Well done.
Y'all all right here?
Wow, good for you, Kenneth. I was beginning to think you lacked that killer instinct.
Screw you, Arthur.
Girls, you be nice to each other. Now, come on.
What? It's a compliment.
Shut up. Our girls are young women now. When did that happen? What's the matter, darling?
Gotta get out of the rain.
The Paris catacombs. Nazi-controlled Europe. April 1980.
Scalpel? So you girls are sisters, c'est bien ça?
Twin sisters.
Daughters of the famous Captain Blazkowicz himself.
Except for Abby here, she's a friend of the family.
We know he was here, ma'am.
He came here looking for something, and then he helped us fight the Nazis, and suddenly he was gone. Plus d'éther, s'il te plaît, Jacques.
You have antibiotics, Jack?
Oh, poor Jacques, he's a mute. Why do you want antibiotics?
He's got peritonitis.
Oh, and how do you know this?
Swollen abdomen, rapid breathing. His peritoneum is inflamed, which will eventually lead to sepsis and death. He needs antibiotics.
Oh, you come over here, you help?
I'm cool.
Ma'am, please.
Everyone calls me Juju.
Will you help us find him, Juju?
Wearing power suits.
Yep.
We don't have anything like this here. Genial legal.
Damn straight.
Have you ever killed Nazis before?
Listen, ma'am. We were born to kill Nazis.
T'entends ça, Jacques? Born to kill Nazis.
We ain't kill no Nazis.
All right, Arthur, they don't need to know that.
Very well then. I may have an assignment suitable for 2 Nazi killers such as yourselves. After the previous General Lothar Brandt was ousted from power by Berlin, they send in a new general to fight the Paris uprising. This general is located in a zeppelin called the Nachtfalter. Kill him first. Then we may proceed with finding your father.
To my mixtape. Bring the sodas.
Looks so Nazi. What you think?
We gotta kill him.
Shit, Arthur, what's the plan? Try to get a clean shot from up here? You're so not ready for this. You'll miss the shot.
Shut up, I am ready.
Yeah, we should try to get up close. Climb down there. I sneak up from the left, you sneak up from the right. Corner him and kill him. Man, are you crying?
I'm not fucking crying. Little nauseous is all.
You could have flake out on me?
Hell no.
Well, let's go then, little Miss Blazkowicz. Just do what Mom and Daddy would do.
Oh. Picked the dullest tool for the job, but okay.
Keine Bewegung! Was hast du noch bereit?
You are Kenneth?
Well, I'm fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got his brains in my mouth! Water, give me water!
What if Daddy's hurt? Bleeding somewhere?
We can do this. We can find him.
Are you kidding me? We got this shit, sis.
Fucking A.
Remember, girls, you are the daughters of the man who killed Adolf fucking Hitler. You were born to do this. Your target, General Winkler, should be in the front end of the Zeppelin.
Copy that, Abster.
Takedowns. Press right stick to perform a takedown. When a human-sized enemy barrier has been destroyed, approach the enemy and press right stick to perform a frontal takedown. Sneak up behind human-sized enemies, allowing you to perform silent takedowns, taking out targets while remaining undetected. Silent takedowns. Okay. Yes, I am totally silent.
Daddy used to say, a good Nazi is a dead Nazi.
I just love these cute little mini computers.
Sure.
Something interesting to read on it, too.
You and your sisters have shared lives. These shared lives are represented by the heart icons next to your sister's portrait. If you or your sister bleeds out, one of those shared lives will be lost. When all shared lives are lost and one of you bleeds out, you will be reset to the start of the current map. So do whatever you can to protect your sister and prevent her from bleeding out. By the way, you die if you're bleeding out. If you didn't know, you probably shouldn't try to bleed out. So don't bleed out. Now press the hold right button to enter the weapon wheel, or release the right button to equip a selected weapon. When you have additional handguns or heavy weapons in your inventory, press left or right on the D-pad to toggle weapons with the same slots.
Ich vergesse ständig den Code für diese Sicherheitstür. Wie war der nochmal?
Standard keypad. The standard keypads that are not connected to the Nazi security network need specific codes to unlock. These codes can be acquired by finding floppy disks in the nearby area and then reading them in a floppy disk terminal. When your sister's health reaches 0, she will enter a down state and begin to bleed out. When that happens, you will be notified that your sister is in urgent need of help. You need to get to her as quickly as possible and revive her before she dies, or one of your shared lives will be spent. Locked? Well, I never...
Es war damals ein Gassenhauer und das ist das Lied auch heute noch. Gutes vergeht nicht. Da das Wetter in letzter Zeit ein heißes Thema war, möchte ich die neuesten Nachrichten aus Berlin mit Ihnen teilen. Das besten Wissenschaftler des Reichs sind die schweren Ritter und der Staaten unter die Zeile gekommen. Teil der natürlichen Wetterkrise, die sich überall auf der Welt ändern. Es gibt also keinen Kunststoff.
Ich habe mich jetzt vor 2 Monaten gemeldet.
Mir hat den 9 zugewiesen, was?
Interessant.
Here they come, Jess. Bring them on, sis.
Nicht im Weg, geht zur Seite!
You got it.
Ändere Position! Sie ist da! Greifen Sie von der... Geht da!
Well, thank you.
Okay, look for stuff. Stuff.
Need a computer so we can decrypt this.
Collect silver coins to purchase character customization items, pep signals, boosters, and weapon upgrades through the character and weapon tab in your journal. Silver coins can be found by looting killed enemies or by exploring the world.
Got this.
Floppy has not been decoded yet. Well, decodes math floppy.
Got
Albert.
the code right here, Soph.
Albert got some important information from security just now. General Winkler requested updated door codes on the Zeppelin. Said he didn't trust the previous security chief. Had him executed. Nasty business I don't want to get into. So the new code to crew quarters that you were in charge of is 8431. Commandant Steigl. Maschinenpistol. Let's see. It's gonna take me a while to get more stuff. I don't have the ability points. Barrel. Yeah, I can't do anything yet.
These Nazi assholes did not expect the Blazkowicz sisters.
Totally, dude. I'm catching up, dude.
Press B to crouch. Use crouch to negotiate narrow spaces. Move stealthily through guarded areas or hide behind cover.
Klar, gerne. Aber
Covid!
Right, und the Bullsack.
stehen bleiben! Du stehst in meiner Schusslinie!
Badass!
Achtung! Position! Du machst das im Gesicht! Hier meine Position! Jawohl! Ich muss nachladen! Du blockierst mir die Sicht! So kann ich nicht
I think that's everyone. Okay, character abilities. Increase health? Yeah, sure. Dude, I don't know, everything's so expensive. All the stuff's locked for now. Or a good majority of it is. Well, I can't say that the I guess the lighting is a little bit different. I don't know if it's better necessarily, but it definitely looks different. I mean, mainly the thing is the more accurate reflections, and the way the light scatters across surfaces, and how light bleed into one room for the other. I think if you're the kind of person that notices that, then this will be a bit of an improvement. You know, if you had some things in your mind that you saw that bothered you visually, then maybe that was it. You know, but I think honestly, I think only people kind of in the industry would notice all this stuff. And if you're not in the industry, you know, you aren't normally into film or production or anything like that, then you may even prefer the way it looks without the RTX. It may be something that you're more used to. Well, I'll say overall, it's interesting to see. Let's look at some weird shadows here and there.
Scared, Jess?
Do I look scared to you?
It's okay, Jess. Sometimes too.
Well, I never get scared, and that's that.
Weapon upgrades. Press the menu button to open your journal and enter the weapons tab. Customize your weapons with weapon upgrades and skins by spending silver, gold, or silver coins or gold bars. Each weapon has unique upgrades that can give you strategic and tactical advantages. There are 3 brands of upgrades: Nadel, Tempo, and Steer. Nadel is for accuracy, Tempo is for speed and fire rate, and Steer will steer for damage. Match 3 upgrades a weapon, unlock a powerful brand bonus. Like McDonald's brand? Huh. Set up. Q-tips? You know, because nobody calls them cotton swabs. I do think it's a pretty interesting world that they built for this new iteration of Wolfenstein. Commanders, all enemies you encounter can trigger an alarm to call for reinforcements. If there's a Nazi commander, a commandant, or a constable commandant present in the area when an alarm is triggered, any reinforcements will be of higher level. All reinforcements entering combat after the commander has been killed will return to normal level. We thought a commander to take him out first to avoid high-level reinforcements from call. I will try that. I think I read and find common before everybody gets. I think my suggestion is like percent, if that. And this one's just a game he doesn't count.
Nighty night.
After this, you will see me mainly fail in trying to capture commandants. Slice it. Stealthy balls. Every man will scream though, so not realistic. I definitely would scream. Oh, it really is here for the salad. Oops.
Hey! I'm back in the fight. Let's shoot some Nazis.
They're having sushi? Oh, some fine dining on this place.
Keep it up, sis. You're a goddamn champ.
Oh, thank you on the salad. Actually, I love salad, if I'm gonna be honest. But I don't like vegetables, just in general. Crash, press left stick to sprint into enemies and objects. Press A and then B to perform a power slam attack. The crush ability allows you to crush weak enemies and objects like ventilation grates, wooden doors, and crates by sprinting into them. You can also perform power slam to crush enemies and objects from above. Yeah, fun times. Of course, the little Nazi skulls. Ugh, there's just so much to collect everywhere. You kind of need all this stuff too. Because the upgrades get spendy. Power jump, press A and then A again while in the air to perform a power jump. With the power suit, you can perform a power jump to retire grounds and to find alternative routes. Hatchet knife throwing. Press right stick to throw melee weapons. A lot of useful weapons can be found on the Nazi-controlled streets of New Paris. Among those are melee weapons that you will be able to throw for stealthy distance kills. These weapons cannot be thrown while standing too close to your target. If you are close in range to an enemy, it will instead result in a melee attack. Right.
Hier hat's jemanden erwischt!
Got to the butt. I thought he was a big asshole, but now he is an even bigger asshole.
Ain't telling, so why don't you go hunt with him yourself sometime?
I only hunt Nazis, Jess, not animals.
Yep. Cool. When I make return back.
You are getting a crap load of story material here for a book, so
Yeah. I just hope
by
I get
press
the time to write it all down.
internal character weapon collectibles. You want new missions to act more information about your points, ability, view collectible tutorial. I don't think I need that's
Can you believe this? We're shooting Nazis on a fucking Zeppelin, dude.
I wish Daddy could see us now.
there. Flashlight, press right on the flash. You have a flashlight right on the and on or off dark areas when you could a one be added. Yeah. Yeah, so much for that.
How you holding up, Jess?
Fine as cream gravy.
Wow. I don't think I... Some protect that need damage. Some weapons soft barriers, others are more hard barriers. Con next to which is the
This Nazi's going down.
Keine weiteren Soldaten verfügbar. Hilfe von der Seite ab!
Where are we going? Raknabuer.
Berlin wird bald einen Angriff auf mich starten. Wir müssen vorbereitet sein. Jeder, der mir treu ergeben bleibt, wird seinen gerechten Lohn erhalten. Wenn die Zeit...
Can't do this by myself, so give me a hand.
That's a bit odd. How you holding up, Jess?
Fine as cream gravy.
Heads up, girls. Just got intel on the general. He's apparently trying out a new range of Nazi power suits, so be careful. All right?
Sure thing, Abby. Lend me a hand over here, Jess.
All right. Why don't we stop it there? Actually, I think I still have to. I think I have to trigger this before it'll save. There we go. Now we can stop it. This is audap. You've been watching Wolfenstein Youngblood on PC with RTX. So, mainly RTX is for lighting. You can also turn on DLSS if you want to use the resolution scaling capabilities of your NVIDIA RTX compatible card. I would say it's interesting. I don't know if it's better, but it is interesting to see sort of how the light and the shadows are handled now, and how they hit the walls and hit the rooms, and where they spill in and spill out of. I don't necessarily think it's a game changer. So if you don't like Wolfenstein Youngblood, the RTX is certainly not going to make you like it more. Unless you're totally into graphic effects and post-processing, then maybe, I don't know. I pretty like it. It's not as good as Wolfenstein 2, but it's still a bad game. So I think I'm gonna play through it and see it until the end. I stop only after the first session of games that came out. So available on platforms, of course, and available on take advantage of RTX lighting. Of course, have on PC generation. If they decide those kind of to so this one time. Now, sign if you want. If you have an RTX, then a bit of a in effects as well. Hope you enjoyed watching the next stream.